Paul Reed, ladies and gentlemen. That is the name. They created a monster. Look at that. Look at that.
Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome in to Philly Take with RB. RB here. Drop a like, subscribe, comment down below. You know the drill. Keep the algo flowing. Ring the bell. Don't miss any of the coverage. Today we're back. That's right. They created a monster. They created a dog. They brought him out the mud, baby. It would not be a Sixers offseason without an offseason jump shot video. That is right. We are here. Man, I'm fired up. We're not only going to look at Paul Reed, we're going to listen to what Nick Nurse had to say about Paul Reed and some multi-dimensional lineups. We're going to hear what Nick Nurse had to say about Joel Embiid on the special Pat Bev podcast. Another Sixer. It all comes together. I'm fired up. I'm ready to run through a damn wall. Give me Sixers basketball, baby. Welcome on in, everybody. Let me know your thoughts down below. I have a genuine question. Do you think that we should see a lot of Paul Reed and Joel Embiid on the floor together this season? Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think we should see that? Let me know your thoughts down below. Before we jump right into it, a shout out to our sponsor of today's video. Shout out to DraftKings for sponsoring this video. Football is back and basketball is right around the corner, so there's no better place to join in on the action than DraftKings, an official partner of the NFL and NBA. And right now, any new customers who go download the DraftKings app, use my promo code PhillyTake and bet $5 on any wager, will immediately receive $200 in bonus bets. And while you're at it, you can use your $200 in bonus bets on a DraftKings same game parlay to combine multiple bets from the same game for a shot at an even bigger payout. And if sports betting is not yet available in your state, no worries at all. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have the chance to win cash prizes. So what are you waiting for, ladies and gentlemen? It is officially time to get some skin in the game. Go download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. And once again, new customers who use my promo code PhillyTake and bet $5 on any wager will instantly get $200 deposited to your account. This video is brought to you by DraftKings. Shout out to them for partnering. All right, man, let's jump into it. So this was put online courtesy of the Rico Hines Runs, new Sixers assistant coach, I may add, Rico Hines. Look at Paul Reed. Look at this. He's going the length of the floor. Oh, where's your neck? Oh, and by the way, man, hold up. Look at this. Look at this. Crossover step back Paul Reed. Oh, my gosh. You gave this to Nick Nurse. He's making another Siakam. He's making another Anunoby. Holy crap. Paul Reed has been in the lab this offseason. I'm fired up. Look at this, man. If Paul Reed plays like this, he could play next to Joel Embiid any day of the week. Man, I am fired up. And you know why this is so special, man? Because you know who's hosting this, right? Rico Hines, like I said, new Sixers assistant coach. He's going to be in contact with Nick Nurse every single day. He's going to say, yo, look at this guy, P. Reed, man. Paul Reed's going to say, Coach, I got you. Yo, man, this might give me some hope. This might give me some hope. If he's able to do these things in game. Now, again, obviously I'm like kind of joking here, right? This is just an off-season workout video. But if he has added anything to his arsenal close to this could be really, really special. Paul Reed, ladies and gentlemen, most improved of the offseason. And do I think they should be playing together, him and Embiid? Yes, absolutely. It has been so long. We've been asking for an athletic rebounder next to Joel Embiid. He never has one, never got one. Maybe this could be the guy right here. I always said, if Paul Reed can shoot a basketball, yeah, put him at the 4. Put him at the 4. Man, that is awesome. That is great to see right there. And again, you know, he's trying to show out here. He's trying to show out and, you know, make a good impression with Coach Nick Nurse. Speaking of which, he was on the Pat Bev podcast, and we're going to react to a few clips here. Now, again, this was a huge interview. I listened to the whole thing. I recommend you doing so. You kind of get into the brain a little bit of Nick Nurse. Very, very sharp, very intelligent. This is the guy. Now, out of this really bad offseason, this is the one glimmer of hope that's really giving me some confidence about this Sixers team. Honestly, I mean, though, just listening to this guy talk is just miles beyond anything we've ever had, especially over the last 10 years. It's really nice to listen to. So I have a few timestamps pulled up here, and I just want to kind of highlight some of the main points that he made in this that I think will really dwell good on the part of Sixer fans. I just think listening to him as a basketball mind is incredible. And the first thing he talks about is what? Not the offense, but establishing a foundation for defense. Listen to this comment right here about his old Raptors team.
Throughout the season, I think we played 22 games without him that year in the regular season. So we played 60 that year. And, you know, the ups and downs were, what were they? Like, you know, we'd lose a couple. I think we got off to about a 13-4 start. We were off to a great start. I knew the team had a chance to be really good. They were a little upset with me. I was really slow playing. I was building the foundation of the defense.
You hear that? He's talking about the 2019 Raptors, by the way. They, you know, obviously we're going through the whole Kawhi situation. Nobody knew if he was going to play or not. But that comment right there, establishing the foundation of the defense, I think that is important. Sixers, you know, play lazy defense a lot of the time. They don't, you know, really get harped on about it, and they just kind of go with the flow. And I think Nick Nurse is going to come in here and make these boys work and, you know, make them have to hustle, whether it's for loose balls or just, you know, getting out on the shooters. Like sometimes they just get really, you know, unfocused and unmotivated, and that cannot happen. And I think Nick Nurse is going to lay down the law with that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is something he referenced when it comes to personnel and his strategy and how he kind of tries to implement what he wants to do. And yes, this is kind of simple and basic, but compared to the previous coaches, this is like a miracle for Sixer fans. Listen to what he had to say about his strategy.
Figure out where my philosophy blends with this team or the other way around, where this team blends with how we're going to play.
Listen to that. Blending philosophy with this team or the other way around. How does this team, you know, blend with how we're going to play, right? Like you have to be able to adapt and you have to be able to adjust and kind of fix things as you go, right? And it's about meshing those together, not just having the best players on the floor at all times and just, you know, kind of throwing it against the wall and seeing what sticks.
You know, and I think that this will certainly be a different version of the team I coached last year. Different players, right? Like even last year's Raptors or the year before's Raptors were pretty good. We're different than the 2019 Raptors, right? So I think there's always this kind of vision that's getting created that we're going to roll out here come October 2nd. And I think that vision will continue to get massaged and maneuvered around to fit the team. And I mean,
that vision will get maneuvered around to fit the team. Thank you very much, Nick Nurse. You are going to do something that previous Sixer coaches have not, and that is adjust your strategy, whether it's something that's working or not working, and making the correct adjustments to make sure that it's molded, you know, to its perfect state. And that is music to my ears.
I expect us to win come opening night, but I also expect us to morph and change. And not sure what it's going to look like in the end, but we're going to try to get it to the best version of ourselves.
I love that too, Pat Bev. I love that too. Now, the third thing that I want to highlight is when he talks about Joel Embiid. This is a little later on in the interview.
Well, first and foremost, I hate to be boring and start at the defensive end, but I'm going to really expect a lot.
No, that's not boring. That's not boring at all, Mr. Nurse. That is actually what we need. They need some defensive intensity. Thank you. Thank you. This guy does it the right way, man. I'm excited. People like forget about defense nowadays because, you know, it's such a flashy shooters league. No, you still need a good defensive team, and you got to, you know, hustle. You got to work your butt off every single night. And it's the little things that add up, man.
For me, brother.
Rim protection from him. I would say that would be where I'm going to start. That we're going to probably let our aggressive guards be really aggressive and funnel a lot of things to him.
Yeah.
Right? I'm expecting him to, I always say like
you hear that? They're going to funnel a lot to Joel. So that means the guards are going to really attack, right? You know, Nick Nurse's guards in his system love to press. They love to get up, do a half court press sometimes. That means Joel Embiid, you know, like last year where the guards did funnel a lot to him, he's not going to be able to just sit back. He's not going to be able to just relax. No, Nick Nurse is going to say, yo, you got to get up when that guy's trying to hit that little mid-range floater, and you got to put a hand up, Joe.
He's going to take more swings at block shots.
To swat.
You want to block more shot, you got to swing more, right? You got to swing at some more balls. So that'd be the first thing.
Take more swings. I mean, Joel's already an elite rim protector, right? He can block the rim, and, you know, he's a decent rebounder, but Joel, you're going to have to really step up the intensity. That's probably why he's getting in better shape as well.
I think he continues to develop and be creative on offense. I would imagine you're going to see him doing about a little bit of everything offensively, from bringing it up the floor to running screen and rolls to DHOs to we're going to be running some down screens, cross screens, back screens, whatever. They're going to have to defend everything with him, and hopefully we can get him the ball.
Hear that? And remember when Nick Nurse on Maxie's podcast said he doesn't want the offense to be predictable. And here he's just talking about some of the things he will incorporate. He's going to call plays, he said in this episode. Man, I cannot wait to watch Nick Nurse coach his team. I know people have, like, for some reason, a bad rep about him last year with the Raptors. He even talked in this interview, we're not going to get to it here, about why he played his starter so many minutes. Essentially, what I said before, right? He didn't have the talent. He didn't have any other guys that were capable of stepping up. So, look, man, I'm excited about Nick Nurse with this team, and I think he's going to implement the right strategy. The last thing I want to talk about ties it all together, and that is Paul Reed. And Nick Nurse was asked about whether we could potentially see a Paul Reed and Joel Embiid line up together. Let's take a listen.
Future with this team.
Yeah, I think, first of all, I love him. Plays hard, got an incredible nose for the basketball. Like, I got a lot of time for guys that can go get the ball.
Yeah,
right? The ball's pretty important in the game, right? And he really can go get it. And even when he doesn't, he just misses it about 25 times a game where you think he's going to get it.
Taking swings at.
Yeah. So and he's had a great summer. I mean, amazing. He's really worked from the moment I got the job. He got in the shooting program, and he's been on it.
Paul Reed has been in the shooting program. By the way, Nick Nurse has literally wrote books on shooting. That's how crazy he is about this craft. And, hey, man, it looks like he's going to help P. Reed take his game to a new level.
He's in shape. Will he play with Embiid? For sure. Like, I don't think that's a question. Like, he's gonna be out there playing.
A coach
hard.
that's willing to innovate.
He's gonna be.
Nick Nurse knows who Paul Reed is.
Probably more than he's done before. I think he's ready to take a step up, and he can play.
Look, Nick Nurse keeping it real. It's just nice listening to a coach that is really about the little things and the craft, and seeing Paul Reed improve. Hopefully, we can get that from some of these younger Sixer players in addition to Paul Reed, and hopefully these guys are ready to go. Right now, I mean, as it stands, there's going to be a lot of opportunity. So we will see how it plays out, but give me all of your thoughts down below in the comment section. As always, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That being said, I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.